Hey, it's Clay at ClayTrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. A couple quick clarifications. First, I am trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, I'll put a link down below to a totally free 4-part series that'll walk through the futures market and how it all works. And one little thing that maybe gets you interested, there's no pattern day trading rule. The markets are open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. So plenty of opportunity to find trades. In fact, you can see a couple of trades down here that I've done previously. So these are actually from quote unquote last night. Nothing huge. Was just kind of doing a little bit of experimenting. But nonetheless, like I said, that there's always opportunities out there, no matter how busy your schedule is. So that's, a couple things that maybe gets you interested in futures. And then second, I'm trading futures through a prop firm. What is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which prop firm am I using? You can find all that information at the link there. You can see at the top of the screen. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is a way for you to risk very little of your money, and then you have a whole lot of upside potential. So if that sounds like something that could be of value to you, then definitely check it out. All right, wow, as I speak, we're getting a pullback here. If it wants to pull back a little bit more, I may be interested in going long here. We'll see what happens, but I'll pause for now. All right, market is open. Looking like there might be some momentum here, but we'll see. When I say market is open, the New York Stock Exchange is open at 9:30 a.m., which gives a boost to the futures market, which is what we're seeing right now. So yes, the futures market has been open. So when I say open, should have been more clear. The New York Stock Exchange is now open, and that's why all of a sudden this is getting jumpy, because like I said, when that opens up, that does give a little extra juice to the futures market. Let's see if we can capture some momentum here as it heads for those highs. And let's see if it wants to break up through those highs. Blue line is my entry. I'm looking for a break up through the highs. There we go. Very nice. Sorry if my little order-filled guy voice scared you. So on that one, futures add up pretty quick. $640 on that. All right, I'll pause. Let's see if we can find another setup. That one took a little bit of patience, but still, I don't know. I held for what, a total of maybe 30 seconds. All right, I'll pause. Let's see what else we can find. All right, gonna try a long here. In. Out there for a little bit of a scalp. So traded this type of contract, which is lower risk, so also lower reward. Had I still done the contracts, in exact terms, the NQ. So the NQ is just a futures market for the NASDAQ. And then there's the MNQ. So if you want to look at the MNQ, it's kind of like the little brother. The little brother just is not as volatile. So if you're looking to manage risk more, that's why I like to change to that, just because I want to protect the gains that I've had. But on the flip side, if you're correct, as I was there, you're also not going to make as much. So it's always a give and take. But at this point, like I said, I want to protect the gains. And if I can add in a little bit more here or there along the way, fantastic. But, I'm not really interested in having, all this all get wiped away. So that is why the MNQ trade right there, maybe another one here if it takes shape. But I'll pause I guess in hindsight, I should have done a little bit more than a scalpy scalp, but it is what it is. I'll pause. All right, I'm going to try a short here. Maybe this is some sort of top, but put my stop. Oh, never mind, as it goes up some more. Goes up some more. All right, never mind on that one. I'll try the red line there. Looking for a short, see if it wants to come back down. But only willing to get short at the red line. See if the price wants to drop. The waiting game right now. Once again, doing those smaller contracts, the quote-unquote little brother contracts. So if I'm right, I'm not going to make a huge amount, but if I'm wrong, you know, my green on the account is still protected, which is, you know, risk management mode. That's what I'm most concerned about. I want to, I mean, I'm willing to lose a little bit of my gains, but I'm not willing to lose all of them. So cancel it out. Back to the drawing board here. Maybe another one here because this candle is about to stop moving. A new candle is going to start forming right about now-ish. There we go. Didn't really get my setup there. All right, I'll pause. All right, this is somewhat a sketchy trade, but I can have a very tight stop on it. Okay, N, short. Blue one is my entry. Not, you know, looking for this thing to crash or anything like that, but all right, gotta hop out of that one. So there we go. So gave up my gains on the little brother one, but still, as you can see here, plenty green. So still kind of like it. Maybe my timing was a little bit off, but it is what it is. And no, there we go. So, all right, well, I had it in mind. I knew what I was doing. So yes, in that situation, I'm very, very glad I went with the contract type that I did, because had I gone with the bigger ones, that loss would have been a lot worse. So overall, though, still plenty green, and I will take it. So before I go, I do want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering. So if you are a beginner trader, or maybe you're struggling, then I'm very confident this class can offer you some good quality nuggets to think about and consider. Now, if you're a battle-hardened veteran with a rock-solid strategy, you are more than welcome to attend. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not quite sure that you're going to necessarily walk away with anything of value. You might, but like I said, my confidence level drops more so in that category. But if you're in the category of new trader or struggling trader, my confidence is very high that I'll give you some things here to consider that can help you out on your journey. So go to claytrader.com/live, or just check out the link in the description area to learn when the next free live class is. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you are not aware, I am live streaming Monday through Friday, start every day at 11 a.m. Eastern. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can be reminded of when I do go live. So yeah, come hang out, and we always have a good time. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care and have a good one.